Walking these dusty streets, boots creaking low, sun beating down with a fierce glow. Spot a cart brimming with lemons, yellow and bright. Sparks of wild thought in the midday light. How many pulped lemons, mashed fine skin and seed, could you fit in a horse if you hollowed it indeed? Not just the belly, but legs, face and tail. Every nook empty like a ghost on the trail.
Oh, how many lemons can we fit inside a hollow horse with pulp to bite? From cavity vast to lemon share, we'll count them up with flair and care.
1700, that's mere start. Hologram horse claims an infinite part. Boundary and codes, the volumes might superpose states in eternal philo. Heard that ditty round the fire's glow. About 1750 lemons all in a row. They figured the horse, its belly and chest, but reckon that number ain't the best. Maybe lemons small or packed real tight. Missed some parts in the campfire light. Counting just the body, lungs and gut and play. About 2,000 lemons could fit that way. That old song's off, low ball in the score. There's surely room for more. Up now with deeper stare. 1750 or so. Nah, it's more as the volumes grow. Pushing the limits, breaking the mold. How many more can this horse hold? Hold on now, the curry's grander yet. Entire horse hollowed, no regret. From nose to rump, legs like empty boots. Head a cavern, tail a flute. Average horse, big and strong inside. Near 4,000 lemons in that hide. Hollowed to a shell, whisper thin. Citrus flowing like a river within. That old count was for the belly alone, but the whole beast claims a bigger throne. Now ponder the lemons, what they truly are. Not just fruit pulp from near or far. Holographic principle weaves the tale. Boundary encodes the whole without fail. Each lemon's essence on its skin so fine. Projects the volume in a quantum design. Superposition holds them in states untold. Multiple forms in one, bold and cold. As a single entity, quantum through and through. Influenced by neighbors, interactions accrue. Over time they entwine in adjacent dance. Inertial paths shaped by circumstance. Not separate bits, but a unified field. Lemons superposed, their secrets revealed. Infinite potentials in that citrus sphere. How many fit? The answer's clear. It's here. Pause and stare at the sky so vast. What is reality? Holding fast. Holographic twist, profound and sly. Boundaries the info, no need to pry. Skinning codes all in 2D gleam. Volumes illusion, a holographic dream. Superposition, swirl states in play. All possible forms, night and day. Past and future in the surface chain. Every possibility, no restraint. So lemons infinite, in theories hold. Superposed wonders, stories untold. Ain't just matter, projection so grand. Boundary rules in this cosmic land. Old counts crumble like dust in the wind. In this quantum corral, the infinity spin. Simple tally guess, the space so neat. Counted lemons quick, an easy feat. But digging deeper, question the core. How they land on 1750 before. Maybe smaller breed, or lemons mashed tight. Forgot the legs in the dead of night. Math the lines of bellies, trim and sweet. About 1750 lemons in that seat. Before the full beast, universe's view. Boundless potential, lemons anew. Chuckle low, tip a hat to the steed. Ain't just lemons, it's the quantum seed. I'm Martha Morgan, carve my name in rust. On my aim on geese, made 'em bite the dust. Lancaster steady, painting red in a flash. Now I'm a storm, leaving towns and ash. Blood's on my boots, honor's long gone. Slaughter's my trade, but the work drags on. Moving them corpses, piled high
I have returned, and welcome. Wasn't always this way. I was green, I was raw. Hi, I'm back with the thing. I might do the Darkness Falls update. It looks pretty good, actually. It looks pretty good. There's multiple classes and stuff. What? Multiple classes? What? But it's like complicated. Yeah. Oh. Boy. Anyways. Here I am. And welcome. Yay, it's not slow and terrible. Hey, look, it's not slow and terrible. Wow. Look, I'm moving around and it's not terrible. Look, I'm running around. There's things. Look. It's amazing. The year is 2025. You have to have hope one day. One day it'll be okay. Oh, so satisfying. Let's go kill something. Woohoo! And sand needs glare. Alright, here we are. Here we are. Going to clear out this building here. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, that's good coffee. Yeah. Okay. It's been a couple days. Okay. So the hotkey situation. All right, I'm going to start off with the scavenger gear for looting sake. Okay. Full set of medium of the scavenger gear. Full set of the scavenger stuff. And yeah, it's been a couple days, so the, muscle memory, a situation of hotkeys. Because the other game has F as the primary hotkey and G as the mounting button. And where the heck is my...
It is a pleasure to serve.
I don't know where my tool is. So one thing I have to do in this game, whenever the heck the next blood moon is, I don't know, my 7's multiplication table beyond a certain number. I have to complete all the quests, Oh yeah. The last thing I did was empty everything out into these boxes here for the quick dump. Alright, let me work with this right here. Right there. You. Mm-hmm. You can stay here. Everything but that, huh? That makes sense. Yep, that would be everything. Yeah, the last thing I did was empty everything out, and I didn't finish putting everything away. Is what happened. Let's take a second. Gonna smelt these batteries. Yeah, this is pretty satisfying. You know, pretty satisfying. Yeah. Especially because I could build all this stuff and organize things properly. All this work that went into this game. I do think that this kind of game is better for my overall stream and personality and gameplay and whatever. The other games would be good too, as well. You know? But I'm talking about building some empire over time, brick by brick. It's pretty awesome. Because you can see the work. In other games, it might be transparent, sort of. Just like, what level are you? Or what sword do you have? I got that sword 2 weeks ago, you know, sort of thing. But this is obvious. Obviously, a lot of work went into something. It's outside of me. Whee. So smooth. Mm-hmm. Mm. The pine goes here. Yeah, I really like this layout. I kind of forgot how good it was. You know what I mean? I kind of forgot how good this whole thing is. It's almost like I didn't make it. I made this? Too good for me. Alright, put that away. Put the cloth and the metal away. And I'm just gonna throw this in any old one. It doesn't really matter what. And just load them up rawhide on the back end. Mm-hmm. That'll work out. Now we have the oil and these hop seeds, which I will be messing with. Are you the boot? Okay, I'm going to put this stuff right over here in this other clothing rack. Let me grab everything over here. Right here is where it goes. This is my wardrobe of things I'll be using. This is the athletics gear. And right here is the farmer gear that I'll be using right now to go grab some stuff right away. Okay. This is the enforcer for sales, and these are the boots I've been wearing when I put that stuff away. A bit more of this right over yonder. And bullet casing. I tell you what, that's all the brass is for in the end. Yeah, this was after a big yield. I went around the map and did a bunch of stuff, I guess. These two things right here. And the concrete I can process right now with the sand and stone. Let's get these crops. Make sure it's all sealed up. Well, yeah, this is actually pretty good. All the stuff I did recently. I was working on the inner wall as well. I mean, I was so excited about starting that new game, but I was also in the middle of a bunch of really cool projects over here. I might have to make another tool. I don't know where it went. We'll see. But this is enough. Super corn here, and cotton, and hops, and the chrysanthemum. Whatever. More of a utility thing versus food. Whatever. Awesome.
Great to see you, Master.
Silence. Alright, now we got all this corn here for the glue and so forth in the future, which we have a lot of. I'll make that cloth, because that's all cotton's good for. Wait, I'll get the chrysanthemum in just a second. That's a lot of bullets right there. That is nuts. Alright, let's go punch it all down. Yeah, this game is running so much smoother than that other game. That other game. Ouch. Yeah. This is gonna, have bulletproof glass. I'm not even gonna use this. This is just a temporary thing, sort of. Okay. And then we want all those seeds put away. Thank you very much. And I'll put this away for now. And these doors over here. There's that. Oh, there it is. I found it. Yeah. It's because it was dumped in because there's another impact driver here of the same type. Lower level, though. But I press a button to dump in items of the same kind. Almost done putting everything away. Ooh, this is crazy. Toasty. I think I'll take this stuff to a vendor to sell because it's opening up into basically just items I can sell. You know? And I can carry more with me to sell if it's already prepackaged. And I'll load this thing up with items to sell because I have a lot of stuff to sell. Okay. With the shades. Let's focus on these priority items. Certain things more than other things. And the sugar butt. And then the cake whenever it's time. All this junk and whatever needs to come out. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Metal. That's a whole lot of darts. That's a lot of darts right there. I have a box over here for just ammo for the turrets. Like so. And so for inner base relations, I can be running around. And hell, how's it going there, Chris? Let me just pop one of these and start running around. I'm just, doing this here. Starting off by putting everything away. I didn't put the stuff away last time. When I just ended. Let me cook this stuff right over here in that box right there. Thank you very much. Cool. Ooh. Oh, you betcha. Look at that. This game feels so incredibly smooth compared to Ashes of Creation. I really want to see all this stuff working out. I mean, the graphics look really good after playing that stuff. Because I was like, giving things benefit of the doubt. My brain's filling in the gaps. Trying to imagine how things could be. Kind of like how playing games back in the past. You're sort of filling in the gaps with your brain. When you play a retro game. Okay, and then the battery right here. Not the lower one. I'm going to smelt those. And these go away. You are food. Weird food. I'll drink you. That acid goes right over here. Yep. Strange enough. And then you. How about you? Mm-hmm. This is money. Okay, I'm gonna sell you. You. Okay. Loading stuff up to sell in just a second. Right there. Not the potato. And the shade. And we do the sugar butt and the shade. I'll get the cheesecake in just a second. And this money. This gas. It's nice to carry emergency gas in the helicopter. You can carry some backup health. Like that. Thank you. And right there. First aid. It's headlight. Right there. The stupid potato. I'll put that up here. I'll put that right up here. Medical component right here. Thank you. The oil goes right here. Awesome. I'm getting stuff to sell here. There it is. There it is. All good. Okay, right there for the vendor. Right there. Mm-hmm. Yes. And I'll put this back right here. And I will cook this water once I get more water right now. Because time has passed. Music to my ears. They sound really close and I don't like it. That sounds really close. Woo-wee. Let my love open the door. But it my love. Look at it, everybody. Whee! Where's the dancing emotes? But it my love. Look at that thing. Delicious. This thing is going to be loaded. Good thing I have all the darts in the world. Yes! This is awesome. I hear something. Golly. This is really clean. It's like I kind of forgot how good this base is. Having to remember where everything is. It's been a couple days. Right there. Okay, that's all good. Still organizing this box. Nice. Almost able to grab everything. Now we go over here with all these magazines, and I'll try to drop over duplicates. Like that, and then we get the rest. And then you. Yeah, that's everything. And it's about to open up right now. Yeah, it's like writing a paper, you know, or a story. You write a first draft, rough draft, you know. You're supposed to work on it, and then you put it away for a couple of days and you come back to it. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, so now let's go down to the vendor with the shades and my actual outfit. And yep, the shades are back there already. And I'll grab the mining stuff and the lumberjack stuff with me. Yep, I'll leave the athletic stuff back. And here we go. You're going to give me the money. And whatever else you have, just for a second. And we're going to go that way. Perfect timing. Bounce? Jeez, what kind of a bouncing flim flam is going on? What the? What? Jeez. Make sure it's completely flat when you land, otherwise it'll bounce 40 feet into the sky. Alright, here we go. Now it's time to consume Grandpa's awesome sauce. Put this over here, put the shades on for the discount. And the pumpkin cheesecake. And the sugar butt. I'll put these items away so I don't accidentally sell them. And I'll grab more stuff to sell right now.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Come on. So I was looking at that Darkness Falls update. It's a big crazy update. It's an overhaul. Or not update, it's a mod, you know. It's like different classes and stuff. I just don't want it to be too good because then I'm not going to like the base game.
I've got armor that'll make you feel like a legend.
These guys have no limit to how much money they have. It's just how much they can purchase of each type every day. You have to rotate around to get more money.
You are now
It is
my
a pleasure
favorite
to serve.
customer of the day.
And
If you buy
again,
now, I'll even give you a special discount on your next purchase. That's a fine choice you just made.
and a bit more. That's a lot of stuff. Whoops. Yep. Here, I'll put all these on you. Oh, thank you. I didn't share. I didn't share it. Thank you for sharing, Chris. Thank you for sharing the thing. I didn't share it. My apologies. Look at me. We're not done with this game. I know everybody wants me to play Red Dead Redemption 2 forever and ever and that's a possibility.
If you act fast, I'll even throw in a sharp stick. I bet your friends will be jealous of that.
So yeah, I'm opening it up right now. Boom.
Our stuff's like a suit of armor passed down through generations, steeped in history and resilience.
Wow, voice acting. Eh. I'll go ahead and sell that. I'll sell that too. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. But I'm not going to sell the paper. That's a lot of money just hanging out. I'll sell that too. It's fine. Now, what do you have for me? Nothing? I don't want any more tarps. I'll buy these repair kits. I guess I'll buy the blood bag. I'll go ahead and buy the... No. Yeah, I'll buy it. Because what if I don't have everything? I might not have everything. I'm done with buying the reset elixir. And... Yep. 2 more tier 5 solar cells. And how about that? And another solar bank. And another battery bank. And I'll buy these lanterns. And place them around. You know, he's happy I showed up today. He can close up early.
That, my friend, was a fantastic deal.
Bye. Eye candy, chili, salmon, lamb, peas, sham, and the stock. And the Mega Crush. I am spending well. What about that's just you, Allison? Yeah. You wrote something? Okay, let's go put the stuff away. Oh, Red Ribbon. Oh, just you? No, no, everybody. Everybody. Everyone. I can think of like everyone. I can think of like, you know, a few people. A few people that specifically enjoy. I mean, just in general. It's of course. How is it not? How is it not good? Just the only problem is just the It's not that bad. It's not that bad. This quick time animation of things going really slowly. Like you cook individual pieces of meat slowly with your knife. You go sizzle, 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 sizzle. Next piece of meat. You know, that's kind of lame. That's lame. And stuff like that. And that's just to get to ya. And then I'm looking for these stupid birds. The birds. Yeah, I know the Burning Spring DLC, but I mean, if people gave me stars once in a freaking blue moon, maybe. Because it costs money to play that game. And, yeah. I mean, I could do it. You know? I could do that. I would actually do that before I would do Red Dead Redemption 2 again. Maybe. But I also don't really want to get back into it. But we are, the new Fallout show comes out in 2 days, doesn't it? Or something like that. I'm not all that super excited for it, to be honest. It's sort of immersion breaking now. I see it as a show and not a glimpse into the deeper lore, because it's taking whatever lore and it's modifying it a bit to make it into a show, as opposed to this is the lore now. Like sometimes, if there's a Marvel show, that is the lore now. That's the lore now. So I'm watching it from like an educational standpoint to figure out what's going on. But that is just a show with references. And then they, whatever. I don't think the new game is going to be based upon the lore in that show, or if that's going to be reestablishing real lore or anything like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Ooh, I like that lantern. I'm going to put these lanterns in a couple spots. How about right here? Yeah. Ooh. And how about... Cool. Well, still, that's even worse if they make it canon, because it's lame. I feel like there's a certain lameness going on. I don't know. I blame it on Walter Goggins. I just don't like him anymore. I don't like Walter Goggins specifically as a person because of White Lotus. I'm analyzing my own thoughts of why don't I like it. Walter Goggins. And why not White Lotus? Why? It's because the first time I saw the guy without the makeup on. Because the first time I ever saw the guy was as the ghoul, and I liked him as the ghoul. You see? And now I don't like him as the ghoul, and I realize that's just who he is. Like, he plays that same character as the ghoul. That's him. It's like being exposed to Jim Carrey the first time by watching The Mask. And then you watch him in an interview, you realize, oh, that's just who he is. Not that that's a bad thing. But it is kind of immersion breaking. A little bit. I don't know. Like you write a character around a person's personality. Look, Walter Goggins. I'm just imagining like... Ugh. Sorry. like a sunbed tan, and receding hairline. I got it too, but still, But I don't know, and like a grease factor, like a greasiness. I'm guessing knuckle hair, chest hair, open shirt with collar, gold bracelet, more than one ring, overly white teeth. No socks. Leather moccasins. Tight dress pants. The end. That's enough. That is enough for one man. Okay, so now we got a couple doodads here. A couple doodads up in here. That's my extra ammo. That's getting crazy. Let's take a bit. One, 2, 3. Gotta keep it nice and even here. I'm about to go out there into the field and do something. Probably knock out a couple quests, because I haven't done it in a little bit. Let's go load up these guys. Bunch of lead for the future for infinite ammo. I think I've reached infinite ammo stage. Now it's all about just using the ammo, right? Now I gotta use the ammo. So I still want more SMG turrets, which involves either buying them from the vendor if they have it, or getting crafting it by way of finding the handgun parts. So I can stop by the Shotgun Messiah place. There's a couple weapon factories here and there, and search it up with my gear on. I have my extra loot luck gear on that I kind of put away for a bit, and I swapped over to the athletic gear because I enjoyed going faster, running around, and I was getting too much loot, sort of, and I was already rich, so I kind of stopped a bit. I pumped it back for a little bit. That's all good. There's so much. Let's get the bullet casing, the bullet tip. And the bullet casing, the bullet tip. I already have a lot of bulletproof glass, but do I have enough? I might need more. We'll see in a bit. So for that, it's gonna need a bit of everything. More lead, and more stone, and more sand, and all of that. Okay, this is good. That doesn't belong. Let's go check out this gunpowder situation. Golly. That's a whole lot of oil. I solved the oil problem. If I stop it now and get the gas cans rolling again, or just hold off on the oil shell for a bit. I have too much. I might be able to use the oil shell in its pure form. Let's just turn this into stacks of gas cans. Right there. And now I'm full. I have a whole lot of gunpowder. Let's turn all this gunpowder. Well, I think it's landmine time. I think I can actually afford landmines. And let's make the landmines. It'll be a fun project because it requires duct tape. And now it's time to make infinite amounts of duct tape, which I already sort of have. I'll use up all my cloth right now. Let's get more glue. Hence all this water. Duct tape. And glue. So, let me show you a picture of Walter Goggins, okay? Oh, God. That's son of a flam. Not the best picture. Ah. Ah. Ugh. Oh, this is a better picture right here. Ah, right there, right there. Oh my God, that's the one. This is the ballpark of what I'm talking. You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? I guess there's no chest here, but still, no, there's just a bit. But you see what I'm talking about? This gold chain. The woman's the shoulder pads from 1992. Jodie Foster. She's wearing the pink lipstick. Anyways. You and your Jodie Foster shoulder. Okay. I didn't even mention the shoulder pads in my assessment, did I? He's the kind of person that, like, if he has a bracelet on, he'll like turn his hand like that as he's talking to make the bracelet kind of move. Anyways. I'm making a bunch of glue. The cloth is coming along. I already have a certain amount of duct tape right here. No, I don't. What the? I must have used a bunch. I have to... I think I'll put the cotton out here and the chrysanthemum over here. I need more cotton production. Or more cloth production. That's weird they only have that much. Okay, now we put everything away. I will smelt you down. No. Yep. Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy. Evening TV, ho. Yep. Yep. You're there. Sure. And yep. What a busy little bee. All right, pal. I'll go ahead and make a few landmines. While we get more of everything. And I'll turn all the future cloth into landmines for a bit. I might need some emergency. You know what? It's probably best if I don't. It's actually kind of stupid to make landmines in this day and age, seeing as the game gives me free landmines. Kind of stupid. Kind of stupid, you know? Alright. Now we're done with all that. And I can roll out. Brought to you by Walter Goggins. Plus his last name is Goggins, and that's weird. Is that a reason to not play Fallout 76? Now he's in the game. Oh gosh. He's in the game now. His voice, I think. He's in there. He is in there in that burning Ohio. Now where's my quests? Tier 5 clear. I'm pretty sure I have everything I need, right? I have everything. I'm sure. There's a couple spots for mines. I don't really need them. They're kind of fun. It's just something to craft. You know, if you have too many resources, it's something to do with glue. If you're swimming in it. I just have to up my cotton production. Or just make sure I use it whenever it shows up. How much do I get every time? At 30? I would prefer 500 or something. After a good tour of duty, farming and all that, I end up with a ton of stuff. Now we have a tier 6 infestation. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a wild ride. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I did. I've been using up all of my duct tape to make repair kits recently. Mm-hmm. This is about right. Yeah, that's about right. Have I been here before? This is gonna be nuts. It is the morning, and I could do it twice. Let's do it twice. Alright. They want me to start here for some reason, and they want me to go this way. Ooh, freaky. Alright, well, thank you for sharing the stream.
Goal of my dreams, oh please come true. Bring me a love that's wild and new. Goal of my dreams with your ragged glow. Skin like the moon where the rads all flow. A voice so sweet. my dreams with your sunken stare. A fallout love in the toxic air. No flesh may fall, but your soul so fine. Eternal darling, won't you be mine? Cool of my dreams, my heart still lies. Shamble to me in the pale moonlight with your eerie charm, so supreme. Oh, won't you be my cool of my dreams? Cool of my dreams, my heart still lies. Shamble to me in the pale moonlight with your eerie charm, so supreme. Oh, won't you be my ghoul of my dreams? Ghoul of my dreams, don't fade away. Stay with me till the end of day.
I'm soaring high up in the sky. Cross the map, I'm on a flight. Do it funky, don't you know? I'm in my shit built with Lego. Brick by brick, I made it strong. Fem style, it can't go wrong. Zooming fast, no time to rest. Flying high, the very best. Flying across the map, doing funky stuff. 'Cause you know that we're doing it tough. Flying in my ship made with Lego. All manner of things when we're ready to go. We're in a roof and fam, we're ready to go. Go from fam, we're ready to go. Every step, every stumble, it's part of the game. It's all about the climb, no need to feel ashamed. Learn to fail, it's the only way to grow. Keep pushing forward, let your determination show.
Train, gotta practice, gotta hone your skills. You can't expect to win without putting in the drills. Success is stagnant, it's the failures that will teach. Embrace the journey, reach for goals out of reach.
Rise and grind, never
Alright, time to rock and roll this building. Are you ready? Give me a hi ho hum. Underscore, holler holler, him hey, apostrophe, ampersand, pound sign, tilde, ellipses.
Success is stagnation, failure is growth, and success is stagnation, alright. Yeah. Rise and grind, never settle for less. Every stumble is a lesson in progress.
Oh yeah.
Embrace the journey, seize the moment. Failure is
Alright, shut that music up. It's time to rock and roll these zombies. Hoo ha hoo ha hoo. These stupid zombies. Can you imagine these zombies doing zombie stuff on my watch? Sure, sure. I'm rich. So let's talk about that game, Ashes of Creation. You want to talk about it? People in the chat box.
Master, we are not alone.
Oh, my sweet McGillicudde, Jonestown. Oh, they're here! They're here! Oh, God. Back! No! Problem beast! Well, I'll be. Mm-hmm. Well, sadly, I'm not using the hackers and the eye candy. That's okay. That's okay. We have time. And I'm going to use the upgrade tool from time to time. Now, do I need this stuff? Maybe. I need certain things. I need the cloth. And there will be some here. The electric parts, all this stuff, I need a lot of it over time. But do I need all of this? Maybe. It's a possibility. I do have enough solar panels and enough battery banks.
Incoming enemy. Prepare for conflict.
Yeah. Anyways. You know what I mean? So that game, Ashes of Creation. I understand it. I think it'll be more obvious years from now. I think the game has to cook for a while whenever it's actually online. What I mean is, the gameplay is designed long term so that people... What the heck? 1 second. What in the world are they doing? Kingdoms have to be formed. It's not until people are very high level and a kingdom is built up over time with upgrades and so forth until it's obvious, I think. You have to have convoys of people transporting goods like it's an actual war and siege weapons, and then I'm guessing airships. But that's going to be a long time from now. And they said that teleportation is in the future if you have a scientific compound built up all the way with an upgrade, and this is like a long time down the line. And then you look back and say, there's a lot of horrible sound effects going on here. You can look back and think about how long it took to get there and how hard it was to build up and how bad it used to be. There's a lot of bad guys somewhere messing around. Where? Something horrible's happening. They're all like a floor below or a floor above. I'm getting cloth from these couches, by the way. That's good, that's good.
Master, we are not alone.
I think they're finding their way toward me. They just don't know how to pathfind their way toward me. There's some action going on over here, huh? I wonder how Starfield's doing these days. I think that's why it helps to do some weird partnership deal with Mountain Dew or Doritos or something, because then you hear about it. You gotta piggyback on somebody else's campaign. Next slide. That's a nice projector. There's quite a few zombies over here somewhere, huh?
My senses have picked up something.
Yep, so have mine. I hear a screamer, maybe. That's the extra danger music when it gets all funky. The never-ending couches. Sure. These guys have no idea how to get to me. Oh, it's because there's a way up here, but it involved like climbing a ladder and walking up and around the building, you know? And these zombies are probably very confused as to how to actually get toward me. But they're gonna figure it out. The only survivors I've ever seen were the people that are in the, you know, those 5 people. There's 5 people, but there's apparently more somewhere. The people at the vendors are the real people.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
But they reference something else, like crazy Mike or something. There's a weird gang in the White River compound, something like that. Those White River folk. There's a compound that we've never seen, but there's supposed to be some sort of expansion in the future involving a story. There are a lot of zombies somewhere. Oh my god. Hurts. Okay, that's it for the first dose. But there's evidence that there were survivors. You'll find like a survivor outpost or spikes and landmines. Ah! That was scary. Ah! 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 Oh, come the... Oh, I just... Oh, son of a... Alright, let me jump outside. Where was it? Whoop! Right about here for a second. Thank you very much. Creep. Look at them go. They're going that way. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. He was wobbling. Alright. And let's hop back into the fray. I didn't have my hat on. And don't have my eye candy on me. Kind of upsetting. Or the hackers. Reload after every single shot. Oh no.
Master, we are not alone.
Go! The Last of Us Part 1. No, I haven't. Starring Pedro Pascal. I heard that the new version has his face on it. And he spent many hours redubbing all the scenes.
Incoming enemy.
Prepare
Prepare for conflict.
for justice. You win. It didn't matter what came. Past tense. Fresh went better. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. You stay here. Let me point away from the hole in the ground. That'd be embarrassing. I have to pre-stage for an emergency. You know, combat park this bad boy. All right. Back to what I was doing. Jeez. The Last of Us Part 8. Well, you haven't watched the series? Well, I've watched the series, and I haven't played the games. And before watching the series, I saw YouTube videos talking about it, you know, on occasion, or showing it, gameplay clips, or whatever. And I developed an assessment. It was really people's reaction to the beginning of part 2, you know? And then you have to, like, learn about what happens to figure out why that matters. So I saw a bunch of YouTube videos before the show, so I knew about all that stuff. And all that. People don't like the Abby character and the fact that you have to play as her. You didn't like it. Or how she looked. And all that in the game. And some intimate scenes that were kind of, huh? And, yeah. My assessment was, why are there so many people and where are the zombies? Many times in a zombie game, you see, Chris asked that question. That's why you asked a question. You asked that very question. That's why you asked a question. Earlier you asked, are there people here? Because you are a Last of Us player. That's my very problem. Sometimes in a zombie show or movie or whatever the heck it is, like most of the threats are people. It happens in The Walking Dead. Like the zombies become the easy problem eventually. It's the people. That's the issue. In the apocalypse, it gets all Mad Max and Rogueland, and then the people become tyrants, and we're going to war, you know? And then you have, like, really vicious deaths, and it's sort of my problem. In a show where you have zombies, right, or a game where you have zombies, and you have dead people, right, like horribly disfigured, mutilated bodies. If it weren't zombies, it would be graphic. But because there's a zombie stamp, it's no longer graphic, you know? If it was any other dead body, it would be horrifying. Now, mind you, I'm playing a zombie game right now. Okay? And their eyeballs are hanging out, their skin is off their face, and they're missing arms. But if that was a normal person, and I shot them in the face and their eyeballs hanging out, it'd be gross. Now, in Fallout 76, you can shoot the NPCs in the head and their heads explode and eyeballs and everything. But like the field of view and the graphics, it's not all that realistic, so it's kind of funny, you know? Like the scale of it, it doesn't really look all that realistic. It's comedic to watch them blow up, you know? But I feel like it's an excuse because now we've so they do it in Walking Dead, where all of a sudden you have a horrific, like Saw-level injury because it's a zombie show, you know? But if with a zombie, you can show like flesh and bones and guts and, you know, melt them down and set them on fire. It doesn't matter, you know? They're a monster. But you can't do that to a person. If it was a horror movie and there's a victim and the bad guy's about to oh no, the hook is going through you, and they're screaming, oh no, the hook is in them, oh no, the scalpel, oh gosh. If it's a mobster movie and the person is threatening to cut off their finger, oh my gosh, it's you don't even want to look at the screen because they're about to cut off their finger. But if it's a zombie movie, they're gonna show it, sort of. That's kind of my issue there. A little bit. So that being said, that's my assessment a little bit going into seeing the clips. And what I see with the Last of Us is that you're mainly fighting people. And these people look normal. I don't know what the storyline was at the time, but it's like you're fighting a woman with a ponytail, you know? Like the guards look like they're normal people that just happen to be on guard duty. Like, yeah, like you are a girl infiltrating a compound full of civilians that happen to have guns, and you're doing weird zombie moves on them. Like you're cutting their face open and doing some weird thing with the fish hook and the, slit their throat horribly and stab them 5 times in the neck, And they're like normal looking people. They're not, normally a game does a good job of making the bad guys look bad, This makes it, anybody. And that could be that is the artistic point, But I don't like that artistic point. Anybody's bad, the gray zone of morality, and then I get it. It's an excuse. Gray zone in the end times. Stab him right in the neck. And I understand the lesson. The lesson was Mr. Joel, has to make some decisions from time to time. And his decision was because he lost his daughter and he had this replacement daughter taking care of her, and you got to kill her to get the virus cure, in the compound with the people, and he kills everybody to go get her back. He kills everybody, shot him right in the head, the nurses and the doctors and everybody, shoobity boobity. So from their perspective, he's a monster. But he was doing he went overboard a little bit, but the context, in that case, they really were innocent people that were just defending themselves. You know what I mean? And that's what they don't know why you're infiltrating them in the future as well. Like in Last of Us Part 2, maybe she has to go back in to go find out who killed Joel and find him. But she's infiltrating their end time civilization that they're just trying to make it, from the zombies. And who are their threats? Why are they on guard duty? People like you, they weren't bad guys. They were the good guys. It's just you didn't want her to die, so you killed everybody to get her back. Which makes you a really bad guy. It's for a vaguely honorable reason, but not honorable enough to prevent the comeuppance with the golf club. And like that whole scene there with Joel and that's just a bit much, and I saw that in a YouTube video before the show, and that's like Saw level. And I was thinking, I can't play this game. To watch is one thing, to play is another. Now you have to actually do it yourself. Like you become the character versus just watching the garbage. You got to do it. It's always fun though, but usually it's fine. If there's some if there's an island game, there's a compound full of bad guys. Oh, they're all bad. Look at them, and they're clearly bad. You walk upon them, they're talking about doing bad stuff. To make it better ethically, as a gamer, usually in a game they make it clear the bad guys are bad. They'll be wearing bad clothing with the skulls and everything, and this. I can't believe they were screaming so much last night, right? I love being bad. That's what they do in Fallout all the time. I just love making them cry. Speaking of Fallout show tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? Am I ready? I was just talking trash about it a second ago, buddy. God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Which one was it? You? Is it you? No. No. What the heck? No. Huh? No. What? How did I? No. Fine. Oh. Your fear is gonna tank. Why? Because of Walter Goggins? Goggins? I saw a clip. You know? Hi there, I'm from the vault. And as you can tell by how I'm talking, I'm from the vault. And if you could listen to me because I'm from the vault, you know, I saw that clip, you know, with what's her face talking forever while holding people with the gun about how you have option A and option B, and shimmer, like, you know, it starts to get annoying. The whole vault dweller thing. I get it. You're from the vault. You don't know how things work out there in the wild. It's sort of like 11 and how she speaks, but not really at all. Goggins. All right, we're going up here.
Master, we are not alone.
Back. Kind of a reload. Yep. Back. Well, yeah. I mean, for the most, it's good. It's good. It was good. It was great. Good show. Cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes and all. And Brotherhood Steel and whatever. I mean, it's nice to see things like that. You know what I mean? It's nice. It sure is nice to see stuff like that. You know? Sometimes you gotta see some cherry tomatoes. In your life. Okay. Mine. I've come for the cloth. There's gonna be so many zombies in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I've got a
My
bag
girl's a
of it.
vegetable. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Woo! Mary had a little lamb. Oh, wait. Woo! Whee! 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 Wait. No. Nailed it. Darn thing. It bounced me off because that stupid ladder's all bent. Hilarious. Oh man. Wait.
My senses have picked up something.
Not today. Not on my watch. Suckers. What you gonna do about it, huh? Nothing. Wait a minute. Nothing. Those fools. Those. Oh. Oh. The fools. Oh, yes. No. They keep checking on me. It's kind of funny. They keep checking on me. You still there? No. Oh my sweet marmalade. Wow, they did it. Good job, guys. Get yourself a promotion. Oh no, they're so good at this. Oh no, they're so good at all of this. Oh! Woo! Mm. 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 Woo!
Master, we are not alone.
All according to plan. Woo! Oh my gosh, those resourceful little flim flams. Woo! Oh my gosh. Mary had a little lamb. No, they're doing it! Alright, that should be good. No! Ah!
I've got a bad feeling about this.
More zombies. Got his leg right off. Right in the thigh meat. More zombies. What is going on? Oh my gosh. I heard a vent pop open just now. Like more just spawned. Take that. Ugh. No.
My senses have picked up something.
My mouth was open, man. How about that? What now, buddy? What now? You can't do it because I dropped away the thing. Right in the kneecap. Good thing I'm getting 0 XP, huh? Pretty cool. More zombies. I heard them. You heard them, right? Oh! Hold the line! Hold! Oh, never mind.
I've got a bad feeling
Yeah.
about this.
The frame rate, the graphics are really good right now, and the frame rate and everything. Oh my god! Ugh. You hear that? More are spawning right now. That was crazy. Yeah. Let me go back down. That was crazy. Just a few zombies. That was just from setting foot down here. That was just the first phase. I came here at 8 a.m. in the game. Yeah, let's not worry about that right now. No room. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Surprise! No? No big surprise of horrors? Okay, let's go unload. Paper. And polymer. See, if there's any building I'm going to be looting, it's going to be the ones I'm about to do a mission for. You know? Because they'll be resetting. I turned off the other map resetting. I used to have it every 10 days, a chunk would reset, but now I have it where it doesn't reset. Boop beep boop doop beep 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 boop boop beep boop beep boop. 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 Ay 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 ay. Are you serious right now? All right. Let me go over here. Where is it? Right over here. If this was Project Zomboid, that would bring out the dead, wouldn't it? Well, look at what we got going on over here. Looks like we have to do this number right over yonder. What would you do if I threw up on you? Right here. Sometimes we have to do this if we want to loot an area for a while. I have to create a local storage organization, repository, location, so I can prioritize and triage what I want to bring back. Yep. All these books. Can you even imagine? Mechanical parts, gear. Bunch of garbage ammo, food. That'd be the seeds. Junk. And more food. Done. Almost. Yep. Yep. And then you. Wowzers. A lot of books. All this junk. And the part. I guess the glue can. I guess the acid can be a part for now. You know. I'll drink that now. And that is a good clean sweep. And I'll put away the bike. And I'll bring the gyrocopter closer. I just moved over here because of that spawn. Those enemies that showed up. Perfection. Systematic. Oh yeah. Okay, these are all leather. How fast is it if I do this? A tiny bit slower. All of this. Look at all this stuff here. And these are made of what? Paper? Polymer? It looks very cloth-like. No, it's polymer. Okay. Our bucks. That's funny. Yeah, too bad I'm not getting XP, you know? So there's an extra little bonus in these tasks. I have already marked that. The vending and soda machine. Ooh. Whatever. Gotta break it down. Let me lock down that, everything else. Like so. Is there a staircase going up in here? Surprisingly, no. It's kind of weird, huh? Is elevator only? Doesn't seem very safe. There's an outer elevator. He just broke through something. So annoying. So annoying. There's a couple floors down in between that I haven't been to. Because it kind of skips a floor and it seems to be inaccessible. No, it's right there. It's that floor. That floor is inaccessible, but it's not. Ooh, another conference room. Hmm. Hmm. More polymer. Like I need the polymer. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see. That was the traditional method over there. And they're showing you through the bathroom and through the staircase to make it really obvious. Yep, they're showing you. I didn't have to go through the door. Okay, this whole thing is done. Yeah, we got the ceiling. But then the staircase is all messed up. Hmm. Okay, well this one is good. Uh-oh.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
All right. All the books. All right, now we head back. Huh. We're heading back now. I just wanted to do a bit of that right there. You know what I mean? So when I come back to that spot, I can just clear it out in the future. But it's getting late in the game here. I want to head back. I didn't have to loot it, but I wanted to. I don't really have to do the whole pre-loot thing. Because there's so much content out here, I don't need to. If it was only just like a couple buildings, like one city. If it was one city, then I would definitely want to do like the double loot thing. Meaning I go through and I loot everything and I break it down and then I reset the building by starting the mission. Once you start the mission, it resets the node, you know? Profession. Alright, everybody. I'm sort of wrapping it up now. I was live with Ashes of Creation earlier. I'm trying to do two streams here. One of Ashes and one of this, with Ashes being like 10 hours long or something like that. I hit a good point in the game where I can stop in Ashes of Creation, where I finally got my trade mule up and running so I can move content between locations. It's a big deal. Where I can move material between locations and help build the bases. It was just fully developed, I didn't realize. Okay, I'm gonna put the mining stuff here. Unloading for next time. But hey, at least we're not done with this game forever. Maybe. There's a lot. Medical parts right here. Right here. I think I hear a zombie.
My senses have picked up something.
I'm just putting everything away. I'll put the shades back over here. That is where they belong. Right there. Okay, that's everything there. And now, just wrapping it up so I can end the stream pretty soon. Well, as for the mayor thing, I don't think that's going to happen. I was reading the general chat inside the game, you know, maybe in the far future or something. But when it comes time to vote, everybody has to vote, you know, and it's based on reputation. And they're voting for people that were already mayor, you know. They're saying between so and so and so and so, this guy's been has been mayor for the past so many, you know. Come on, they're basing it upon experience and how many times you've already been mayor. So it's kind of impossible. It's just not going to happen. Maybe. Or just not remove all hope. Because logically, it's not going to happen. It'd be a weird thing if it happened. It's not a casual thing to happen. There's only so many towns, you know, and like 5, I don't know, 10 per server with a ton of people. And they're pretty active. So, I don't think so. Just being realistic here. You know? It's a bit worse than... let's just say it's a bit worse than New World in terms of... Or it's a bit harder than New World in terms of a random person being able to take over a town. It's more possible in New World because that just involves you being on the right faction. 1 of 3. You know, are you purple, yellow, or green? Okay, good. And then at that time, are you online? And are you in a company? And did you hit the button to declare war? And then people join, and then it's done. And now you're war 1. You know, your side won, and now you are the governor of that town, and you can set the taxes. No one has to vote for you. You know, there's no voting process. And it's kind of realistic the way it works because when it's time to vote, you have to know the name. It shows everyone. I think it shows all citizens of the town in this big long list. So you have to know the name already. You have to know the name. So I don't know. Maybe eventually. The way it's going to work is the more I play, I'm going to want to explain how things work. And I'm going to want to make sure that things are working properly. And then I'm going to want to be the mayor. You know? Because I feel like the mayor, that the current mayor isn't doing it right. And I'll be kind of outspoken about it, saying, make sure that we get the blah blah and blah blah up and running. We have a war in 2 weeks. That's 14 days, which means we can get 5 operations done. We have to get the siege works up and running in the construction mill. So we have to make sure we get this first, After I do a couple things like that, then people will want me to be the mayor. And then, sometimes people don't know who to vote for. And when you have all the names listed, just word of mouth and just familiarity is all that matters. When it was time for me to vote, I didn't know who to vote for, Choose a random name. But if you have any name in your head, it's sort of like reality. Vote for Jose Piero. You know the name, so you vote for it. Well, I kind of know that name. I remember the commercial, and it didn't seem like it was that bad of a dude. Versus this other random person. Who the heck is that? Some random person. Some name on a piece of paper. Okay, we're almost done here. So it's a possibility, but in the future, once I know a lot about the game, and in between that time, other people are going to be mayors, like almost back to back. It's going to be the same person voted again and again and again. And if it's me versus a person that was mayor 10 times in a row, I'm not going to win. But if I go to some other boony town, I don't know how many big towns there are. You know what I mean? If there's a couple big wars, and because of my coordination and planning, we win, if I felt like that's why we won, I'll make it kind of clear about that. It's like, good, that's why we have to get the lumber mill up first. You see, because the flow of war, we didn't have enough wood last time, but now we got it up this time to get the stoneworks up and running. I don't know how it works. I'm making up words. But I could imagine. Because that's usually how it works. Usually I'm watching, I'm playing. I don't really know how it works. I'm kind of trusting that people know what the heck they're doing. But then I realize that people don't know what they're doing. 8 times out of 10, I don't know. Like once I really know the bigger scheme, I realize that most people don't know what they're doing. That they think that they know what they're doing, and they're doing just a piece of the puzzle, and they're missing other major elements. It's very simplified. But then I learn a bit more, and I realize that, I guess I did know what they're doing. Once I play a bit more, I realize that, actually, maybe they did know. That happens sometimes, Okay, arrowhead, stupid bullet, pipe, rock. And we're done. So there's a possibility, I don't know. That was kind of my plan. I went out there to the boonies to get in some remote area first where there isn't that much activity and traffic, and then make myself known by coordinating. And you saw earlier, I'm usually the person that starts inviting everybody, and then I turn it into a raid and so forth and so on. And then that becomes noticeable. But I'm also apt to become boycotted and just ostracized through my outspokenness by saying this is wrong, and then people hate me or something. But it's usually for a wrong reason. If I say something is wrong, it's because it's either exploitive, or you're leaving out major gameplay cycles, or the other method involves doing more of the game, which is cooler and more immersive. And that method is less immersive and less cool, and will make people quit. Like, this other method will make people do it more because it's fun, and it's understandable, and it's you get more out of it. Your method, you're not going to do it very long if it's going to be boring, and then it's not worth it compared to something, I don't know. Whatever the heck it is. Okay, so I think we're about ready to end the stream. I'm glad I came back, and the game looks a lot better than I pictured in my mind, and my base is pretty awesome here. It's going to get better. It's all smooth. It's all clean. We're all good to go. Yep, I got this thing. Boom. Yep, and then we'll be doing more of the game tomorrow. It's just so slow. It's like it's the mixture of the general gameplay being slow with it being janky. Like poor performance plus being slow, plus crashing on occasion, and then the occasional weird PvP thing, and then dying, and then losing stuff upon death is all very annoying. But we'll get over this hurdle. This game here was very annoying when you first start. Super annoying. Like frustrating and stressful. The way to get over that is to know what to do, sort of, and to extend the time to make it less stressful. Then it's fine. But we're done now. See, I think this looks amazing. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Anyways. I mean, come on. Look at this thing on the ground, underground, curvy thing, up and around. It's all organized and clean. It'd be really hard to pre-design this, I have a ballpark idea of what I want, usually, but the end result is usually pretty good. And it's better than what I could have done if I planned the whole thing out from scratch. So this other thing I was working on right here, which I have to work on later on. You see right here? Electric fence, dart trap, dart trap, dart trap, dart trap, dart trap. Oh boy, exciting. And camera down here. You see? And then access ports so I can shoot him from the side and so I can repair those fences. That took a lot of work there. This is where the hops are, you see? This bulletproof glass? Oh yeah. Curvy thing. See, it's all black because there's nothing in there. And right here we have sand, stone, soil, wood, cobblestone, iron, and steel color-coded to match what's up here, you see? With the paint on the back of it. Color-coded. The rest is all black because there's nothing in here. Then we have batteries and solar panels. And this is all very nice right here. The hanging plants. And you can walk on top of them if you want to. Because every so often you do. And I think it's pretty immersive to have the smoke escape. You catch on fire if you walk on top of these and stand for too long. And I have to push this out and seal this up in the sand. This base isn't done yet. Okay? I have a lot more to do. And this is all very nice. I dug a big hole in the ground and had it wrap around this way. It's very cool. And over here it's all nice as well. The plan over here was to... This side's good too. It's all sealed up. The plan was to have this encased in bulletproof glass and have a port access down, which I did. I'm wrapping up the stream. I'm just giving a tour really quick. That's the super corn. And then it's not painted yet, so kind of hard to see. This goes down. For some underwork stuff I'm working on. The other tunnel is all going to connect down there. Where those darts were. This is just in case they break through the door down there, you see? They have to run up here to that door, and I can shoot them. Isn't this awesome and brilliant? Answer is yes. other access into this room because it works, you know. In this madness, 2 blade traps, electric fence right here. These nodes are pushing out to hide the fence. See right here. Port access to repair. And then SMGs pointing this way and the other way. SMG pointing this way and the other way. And then 2 cameras. See motion sensor this way, motion sensor that way. Facing at that door. And then boom, boom. See the motion sensors? They get all slowed up right here. And it works. And then dart trap facing straight down. And they all come right here. It's awesome. And the power goes up and around and so forth and so on. And this door here, they end up 2 right there. Well, the base building aspects of Save the World, yeah. The weird zombie long term. I wish this game had the same traps as Save the World. I mean, come on. And over here on this side, ooh, look at that little curvy thing. Look at this automatic door business. I don't know if you could appreciate how awesome this is. Look, that door opens, and that door opens, and that door opens. This is like my garage for my motorcycle. You see, I could quickly drop stuff off. And that's it. This side over here is manual. H. Yeah, and then I was, because sometimes they attack this back wall. I feel like if they're on the sides, they'll walk all the way to one side or the other. But over here, there's a door here, you know. And I was digging behind the wall, so I'm digging behind this entire wall, and then creating. See, they dug all this. This is what they dug. I kind of made it a bit taller, but they dug all these weird little passageways underneath this whole thing. It's horrible. They were getting underneath, and eventually they will bring the whole thing down if you give them enough time. So I had to seal it up. And then over here, you see this corridor. I did have a dart trap here before, but there's not enough room for the dart trap and the camera. I also want to get in with a dart trap. I could still do it right here. I have to cut out this piece and put a dart trap. Yeah, I think I will. So I'm going to cut out this piece right here and put a dart trap. Just not right now. This little flap right here is so that I can open the door to check on things just in case they get up here. Which they won't, but they might, you know. And I can shoot them. Okay, I'm all done now. Thank you for watching. This is temporary. This location for these is sort of temporary, and that is temporary as well. And this half of the base isn't complete, and more stuff is going to go here. Okay, and probably like all the position of these is not permanent. As I just got to figure it out. I have certain things in mind. This right here is going to be maybe, but it can't cover up that, so it has to be kind of open up and around. We'll see. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow with more Ashes of Creation and then 7 Days to Die. Okay? There is enough light. Sort of. Pushing out there. Well, this side needs it. I'm gonna do one more thing. I hear you.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Well, thank you for watching. I'll be live tomorrow. Yeah. And it closes behind me. Yay. I like power doors. Yeah, buddy. Too bad a door or a circuit cannot get power from two different locations. You can't have an alternating circuit where you have one destination with circuit A and circuit B. You flip a switch and it goes between A and B. Or if you have, one side of the door has a motion sensor and the other side has a tripwire, or you have a switch on both sides of the door. You can't have a switch on both sides of the door, So if you have a power door with a switch to open it up on one side, okay, you cannot close the door, or you can't, well, the switch will just turn it on or off, okay? And with the on, the door opens. Off, door closes. That's how it works. Certain circuits, you have it where the motion sensor can send power to it just for a second or for a couple seconds. In the case of the front door, I have it where it's like 6 seconds or so. That's enough for me to drive inside, and then it'll close up behind me. Too soon, and then the second door will close up. Too long, the zombies will follow me. That whole thing. But you can't have two sources. One. So you have to have the door button accessible from both sides or some weird thing. But in terms of security, it's kind of weird. Yeah, so you have to kind of have a one-way base. Like, this is how you enter. And that whole section is just the entry. And you can't go backwards because you can't open the door. So I can't go through the front door. So this door right here does not open up. And this door right here doesn't open up. No. Oh, that was a close one. This door right here doesn't open up. It only opens up whenever I go through the front. Right? But I'll see you all tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye now. Vortex. Like and subscribe.